40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. This will be Dalton again. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. durty713's with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action here with Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And that's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Booker on 1st down. Booker coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punter King to send it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Mixon. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. Steps away to his left. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. play action. Now Keenum. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Keenum. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Dalton off play action. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Hard throw, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Keenum. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno at Watkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, here's Keenum. Room to run past midfield. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Freeman again, first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second down, Dalton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Domata-Peko. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Dalton sets up play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now, Dalton. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Dalton gives to Bernard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dalton throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run with Booker. Space to maneuver at the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Running again, and again it's Booker. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the handoff, this is Booker, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Keenum. He gets it to Thomas. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Keenum to throw. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? So Dalton now. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Looking deep for Demarius. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Booker on the counter, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
A good pickup there, a 22. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 52. We're hot. We're good.
Now it's Keenum. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. Nope. And a loose football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Broncos on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Keenum now to throw. And he will have a man. Demaryius Thomas. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll pitch it to Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Keenum runs the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll try and run with Booker, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Glasgow with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Keenum. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him a gain of 38. Dalton, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shane Ray leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. First and 10 for Dalton. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
368!
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And it'll be Dalton again. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing, Dalton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play action here with Dalton. And that is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Roger. Hey, orange.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
5-0.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, go, 368. Lead. 59.
Dalton off play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, go, 368.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right